So I'm working one of the biggest independent shows of my career at this point, and I mean the card is stacked. We have Hurricane Helms, Tommy Dreamer, Abyss, who else? Mickey James, Mike Kanellis, and I'm just going off the top here. Cedric Alexander, Matt Taven, a bunch of people, a bunch of superstars, and if I forgot anybody, I'm going to have them pop up right here. And of course on the card was also Roddy Piper. And at this point I'm just like, wow, this is an excellent show for me to be on. It's going to get great exposure. I'm completely stoked. Let's do this. So I have my match and it was a disaster. It was the shits, kid. Go back to your day job. And honestly, I was so embarrassed and ashamed. The match just did not go how I anticipated it going. So I took a walk of shame back to the locker room. It sounded like I was gonna say take a shit. Took a walk of shame back to the bathroom. Damn! So I'm heading back to the locker room after my match and I am completely bummed out. It did not go how I anticipated at all. I have my head down, I'm kind of just like to myself in my own world, and I feel a hand touch my shoulder. I look up, and it's Roddy Piper. And he says to me, he goes, oh, you know, if these lockers, if they could speak the things they would say, the stories they would tell. And first of all, I know that was a terrible impression. I am sorry, Roddy, that was awful. He says, why don't you get dressed and we'll go watch the rest of the show together. So we sat down and we watched the rest of the event together. You know, he really broke everything down for me, told me what he really liked from some wrestlers, what he thought could have been better. And, you know, he just didn't have to do that. He did not have to go out of his way to do that, but it just really shows what kind of a guy Roddy Piper was. He wanted everyone to succeed. He wanted everyone to be happy. And, you know, I think it was Maya Angelou who once said, you may forget what people say, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. And honestly, Roddy Piper, WWE Hall of Famer, he really lifted me up at a time that I was feeling down. So thank you, Roddy Piper. And that's the story of Roddy Piper and the Golden Heart.